For you, taking a medal in the first time skateboarding has been a part of the games, what does that mean to you? How special is that?
Oh, I mean, to be able to medal for Team USA and take home America's first medal in skateboarding means the world to me. I don't know how many of y'all know my journey, but again, like the Olympics have always been, it's always been something that's been lingering in my mind. And and until 4 years ago, I actually got the opportunity to start competing for it. And to just stay on that podium with Yuto and Kelvin, who are two of the best skateboarders in the world, two of them I look up with or look up to, it's an honor. It's an honor, man. I'm stoked.
Well, tell me a little bit about that journey because, for some, I've got a friend who just won a silver medal over there right now. She said it was a lifelong journey. Skateboarding, just got introduced. What is that journey? And I mean, what was it? When did you realize, oh, this can now be a dream for me?
Yeah, so if I take a couple steps back, the journey really started with both my parents. Both my parents were Olympic level gymnasts, and the Olympics was always something that we talked about, and we didn't correlate it with skateboarding until I was like 10 to 12, and then when I was 17 or 18, it was introduced as actually an Olympic sport. And so that day, I still remember so vividly. Both me and my dad, we posted photos and we're like, "Let the games begin." And that was right when we just got on the bandwagon and just started training so heavy for it.
So literally the day that it was announced that skateboarding is coming to the Olympics was the day that you and your parents said, this now can be my dream.
Yes, the day that it was announced was the day when I knew exactly what I wanted to do for 4 years. I knew what I wanted to accomplish. I had a good idea of what it took because of them, because my parents, they haven't gone through the process, but they have trained at that level and they know what it takes. And yeah, I just had a really good support system.
All right. So now let's fast forward 4 or 5 years later and you have the first. You're in the history books.
Yeah, if you would have told me this 4 years ago, I'd have been like, "You're lying to me right now. There's no way." It was man, I'm so fortunate. I'm so stoked. This was such a group effort. It wasn't me. It was such a team win, and I'm just so stoked that my team is so pumped on the result.
What was it like over there? Let's switch gears from the competition. I mean, uh, I know some of the guys that are journalists there. It's hard. There's a lot of things going on there that aren't going on here. I know some things are changing here, but what's it like over there right now?
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on over in Japan, and it's hot while all of it's going on. So that's kind of the first thing. But besides that, I mean, I absolutely loved the journey. I
Yeah.
loved it. Showing up to the village was an amazing experience. The Olympic spirit is so real. I feel like the Olympics brings the best out of you. I feel like you kind of can dig deep for something. And again, I mean, everything was so cool. The course was rad. The food was good. The beds were okay.
What about COVID? Were you ever concerned that it was going to break out, or did you really feel like the bubble of the Olympic Village was safe?
COVID was kind of a topic there the whole time. For me, I try to follow all the guidelines the best I could. But again, I mean, the thought was always lingering, but for me, I was drowned out by the competition. I was drowned out with the excitement of being able to skate the course and compete with those guys. And honestly, you get in such a rhythm, you kind of forget about like, you forget that you're always wearing your mask, and you kind of just forget about all that stuff because you're just drowned out by the idea of actually competing.
Can you separate how unique it was to walk in opening ceremony and then how breathtaking it may have been to stand on the podium and get a medal? I mean, those two might define you, right? This is something that you may not be able to separate.
Yeah, walking the opening ceremonies has been a bucket list item for me for years, years, years. Like when I actually found out what the Olympics were, the opening ceremonies was always an experience I wanted to go through. And walking the opening ceremonies was an amazing and a motivating experience for me. But standing on that podium was definitely a lot more emotional. Like I don't think a lot of people saw, but I was crying when my flag ran. Like when it went up, I started crying, and the separation I feel like between the two is, you know, it's just like you just feel so close to your country. Like you feel so patriotic in that, because it was Brazil and Japan standing up there, and I was only American, and you know, it was just like, I don't know, it was breathtaking.
Look, athletes are supposed to be tough. Extreme athletes
Yeah.
are not supposed to care that much. But now you're telling me you had tears in your eyes at the Olympics. Do you throw out all the rules and you go, man, I'm going to soak this in. I don't care what emotion comes out of me. This is it.
Yeah, that's what I really try to do, is just cherish the moment. I mean, I've gotten a lot of comments about what I was listening to in my playlist and why I was like wearing headphones, and just like, because I was vibing the whole time. And it's really just because I was simply just cherishing the moment. I was so excited to be a part of the games, and I was so excited to compete with 7 of the dudes that I've looked up to for so long. And all those dudes in the finals were all friends. So it was almost like all my friends were skating on this stage with all the eyes, you know, pointed at us. And it was just a really cool situation for everybody that got to compete.
Where are you keeping the medal, and is it going to be out for people to see, and is it going to be something, or are you going to hide it away and keep it just for special occasions?
Yeah, where am I keeping the medal? I'm giving the medal to my mom because I do not have a house yet and I have nowhere to put it. So you're looking at my apartment wall right now. It's pretty bare. But yeah, so I'm going to give the medal to my mom. And yeah, my dad's going to get my board and the certificate. And, you know, I'm going to try and divvy stuff out equally between my family. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to give that medal to my mom.
Where is it right now?
It's right here. Want to check it out?
Well, yeah.
It's pretty tight. Maybe a tad bit dirty, but it's all right.
So does it come in its own carrying case?
Yeah, it comes in its own case. Yeah, pretty tight.
Do you get chill bumps when you hold it?
Yeah, it's honestly like I know a lot of people think that's like settled in yet, but it hasn't settled in. I mean, I look at this thing, it's, you know, it just still doesn't feel real. It almost like there's just so many things that are just so special about this whole journey, and I can't even, you know, just so many little things.